What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am Power Sports Steve, and today we are here at Extreme Power Sports in Opelika, Alabama. We have got the new 2024 Honda NX500. You may not have heard of the NX500, but basically what we have is the updated CB500X. The CB500X was made for several years. Seemed like every 2, 3, 4 years, whatever, Honda would continue to kind of make some changes regarding the suspension and seat height and some electrical stuff, change the bodywork a little, windscreen, that kind of stuff. And now we have a completely revised CB500 called the NX500, okay? So we're going to talk about some of the changes on it, kind of show you what the bike looks like. Essentially, it looks like the prior year CB500X, but it does have a whole bunch of updates, new electrical stuff and suspension and all that. We're going to talk about that here in just a second. All right, so jumping back in here, again, new 2024 NX500, okay? Same styling, same kind of look as what the CB500X had. The engine, I believe, is the same. It does have a new ECU. They have taken about 7 pounds off of the bike. I'm told the wheels are lighter, so anytime you get some unsprung weight off of the bike, it's just going to handle that much better. People have really been modifying these bikes. There's a company that, the Rally Raid is the company that really started modifying these bikes in regards to updating the suspension and kind of luggage stuff and changing the wheels and all. And Honda has kind of followed suit with the popularity that they got from it and have just continued to update this bike. This bike does have ABS. It's got the new LED headlight in it, which is fantastic. I read something online about an adjustable windscreen, but folks, I don't really see how it's adjustable. And we're going to have to dig into that one and see if that is the case, because I really do not see a way that you could adjust the windscreen, okay? Again, new ECU, new settings in the ECU to make it feel a little sportier. There's new suspension settings in the bike. It's got the Showa fork, so the upside down fork on it, which is great. Same kind of wheel as what has been on the prior model as far as that goes. It is lighter now, which is fantastic. You've got the 19 on the front. Of course, you're going to have the 17-inch on the back. It does give you pretty good variety in the tire choices that you have out there. So we're not going to get into that too much. It's got a little decal for the NX right here. It's hard to see because it's so bright out today. On a black bike like that, it's not really showing. There's a lot of accessories. I know they've got some wind reflectors for the set here on the fairing. Of course, you can get the little crash bar on it and all that kind of stuff, luggage, etc. The biggest thing we have to talk about is the gauge cluster, okay? Let's check out the gauge cluster. It's got a brand new TFT display from Honda. It's also got the Honda torque management system on it. And we'll talk about that here in just a second. The controls for the gauges are a little funky, and everything seems like it's going to these little goofy knobs. I don't even know what you call it, a little keypad, not keypad, just a gamer pad almost. Takes a little getting used to. This right here is the switch for the Honda torque control. You can turn that off. And right now the bike's not running, so that light's telling you that the Honda torque control system is functioning. This one right here. When you turn it off, you have the light on the bottom is going to come on. It's going to tell you the torque mode is off, or the torque control, okay? No big deal there. The little pad here is going to change all of your other stuff, and man, it's so bright. You know what? I'm going to take this bike inside and get out of the shadow and come back, okay? All right, folks, I just dipped in here to one of the warehouses, make this look a little bit better. Still, I can't get rid of. There's so many lights and everything around here that you're still unfortunately seeing me in the background. So I apologize for that. We'll see if we can get the camera to zoom a little better and keep it zooming out for some reason. But anyway, we talked about the torque control lights on the left. There you see the neutral indicator, of course. Fuel gauge down here on the left. A little warning light on here, which that'll come off once we start it. Clock on the right, speedometer, a little menu right here, and there's a little menu right here. And of course, you got your ABS light that goes off once you're, I think, over 6 miles per hour. And we're actually going to take this bike for a ride, so we're going to give you an idea what this thing rides like. So pay attention and watch for that at the end of the video, and we'll go from there, okay? So let's see if we can show you the menu right here. So if we touch the menu, see how the light or the warning light came off on the bottom. So you see it says total odometer 3 miles right there. Okay, you can go to your trip meter, A and B, of course, and then your fuel consumption as well. If you will take the button and flip right, it will pop up this other menu on the right. And there's a ton of different settings in here, okay? So click over right again, you can see you go into your trip A and it shows your consumption, same for your average on it, and then your average speed on the bottom there as well, okay? You get out of that, you can scroll down, go into this menu, and it's just your trip reset, okay? Oops, let's go back. Scroll down, you have your settings menu. Folks, there's a ton of stuff. If you didn't know, there's a shift light on this bike. You can program the shift point. You can see there, turn the light off and on. You can change what RPM it comes on. It's 8,500 now. Trip reset there as well. If you really wanted to trip a reset, you could do so. Oh, let's go back. Display, so you could change how bright this is. We got this pretty bright because it's super bright out. The background, you could change this, so if you want it to have the white background, the black, or the auto, either way is fine, whatever you want to do. I didn't go to type. So type, I have it on the simple. There's a circular and then there's a bar. We'll leave it on the bar so we can go back and see how it's changed. And your favorite info, you can kind of change the setting on here however you want it to set up as well. You can go into that and tell it what you want it to put in the favorite space, okay? Self-explanatory there. So let's get out of here and you can look at that. So right now it's on white. Daylight, I guess white's fine. I kind of like the black. Let's go back in and, all right, it is in the background menu, and I don't know why it took me so long to find that. I like it on the black. Let's go back and take a look at what the black looks like. It just stands out more to me. I don't know why, especially in the sun. I just wanted to see what's important. And again, you can go in and change how bright this is as well, okay? So that's really all that's new. Of course, you got your flash for your lights right there. It'll just flash your high beam, or you turn the high beam on. Horn button as well, turn signal indicator, kill switch on the right, hazards, and then your start switch. And the fan's coming on in here, so it's gonna get a little louder. Folks, that's really all I've got to show you on the bike. We're gonna take this thing for a spin and see what you think too, okay? I'll give you a little review after the ride. All right, folks, we are back on the bike. We're gonna put the old helmet on and we're gonna take this guy for a little bit of a ride. So hang tight, we'll get going here in just a second. First thing you're going to notice is the clutch pull on this bike. There is literally no clutch pull. And they said they made some adjustments. Of course, it has a slipper clutch on it. It's not a hydro clutch. Folks, if you're still insisting on having a hydro clutch, I don't know what to tell you. There's no need, especially on a street bike. You cannot get a better clutch feel than what is on this bike. I'll tell you that.
Really turn around to the church right here. It's got this nice little loopy thing around the parking lot. Got to pay attention to the rock and debris for it. It sticks out the side because it's very small, it's very flickable, it's light. Another thing that's sticking out, unfortunately, is that I am 6'3". The bars feel pretty good as far as seat to bars and the reach, but I feel like I'm a little cramped maybe in the foot peg area. I would like to have a little more leg room. There's probably only about a 10 to 10 inch probably span from my ankle to my thigh from where my foot is setting. What's cool about the pegs though, the pegs do have rubbers on top. There is no vibration in this bike, right? I'm talking zero vibration, even when we get up to 60. Really, really nice. This will make a great commuter, a great beginner bike. I almost bought a CB500X years ago whenever they were super, super cheap, like $5,000 or something. But if you watch my other videos, you know I'm kind of a V-Strom guy. I usually go that route. But we're going to ride this a little bit more. I'm just going to give you a few little thoughts here just in the first few miles. And probably going to stop at lunch. And then we'll pick up on the video maybe a little bit later after that, give you my final thoughts. We'll go from there. So stick around if you want to see a little more riding, okay? The one thing I didn't mention that I just picked up again there, and I'm very picky about this, so take this with a grain of salt. I'm super picky. Most bikes, I think it's just due to my size, being 6'3", is the windscreens are just not tall enough for a guy my size. If you're more like in that 5'5", 5'8" range, probably great. Every bike I buy, I've got to put the tall and the wider screen on. I get too much wind noise. I don't know if you paid attention or can hear it, but I just reset the drift on A. Kind of want to test the mileage a little bit, that's all. See those? Are in Auburn, Alabama now. Why shut the tailgate, right? Why not let stuff fall out? So I don't know if you heard me, we're in Auburn, Alabama. I saw a motorcycle cop right there. War Eagle. And roll track craft, I keep that. I'm gonna stop and grab a little lunch at one of my regular establishments, the Panda. Don't laugh, folks. The best fast food hibachi you can get. Got to get the General Tso's or the honey, whatever it is. All right, folks. I gotta say, I don't know if you can see on there or not. Average consumption 76 miles per gallon. We put about, I think, 10 miles on it since we took off. I did reset in the middle there, but 76 miles per gallon, what it's showing, that's not so bad. Kind of final thoughts. I mean, a great commuter bike. If you don't want something to kind of commute on, maybe even hit some dirt roads. Maybe you're a beginner rider. this would be a terrific bike for you. All right, not a bad price on it. It's going to be reliable, durable. It's going to give you good fuel mileage. You're going to be able to set it up how you want to set it up, as far as ergonomics, handlebar, risers, you know, whatever. Put the luggage on it. It's going to be kind of a do-all bike. So appreciate y'all watching. We might cut it back in here in a minute. I don't know. If not, appreciate if you give me a like and a subscribe. And we got a lot more videos coming out. So take care. Thanks for watching. All right, we'll try to get a little beef footage here. Something to add when we drive back from the old restaurant to work. It's almost only 100 degrees out today. I'm glad we're sitting here at the intersection. All right, there we go. People will learn to drive, folks. I'd be one happy camper. Let me tell you this. If I had a superpower, my superpower would be remote to keep the license. PS5, I don't know. It just baffles me that people cannot drive. Sorry, that's my rant. I'm always ranting about people when they're driving. Driving in the left lane on the highway, driving under the speed limit in the left lane. Not going, not knowing when to go. I mean, it's just amazing they can get a freaking license.
All right, folks, we're back to the shop here. Just got done on a little ride, as you know. I guess last thought, I was really happy with the bike. Super smooth, good power for the 500. I don't know that I can say I really feel a difference on this model versus the prior generation in terms of power. We'll say the clutch is probably the smoothest I've ever had on a bike. Maybe if I compared the prior model to this model side by side, I could see a difference, but don't really see a difference there. Good pickup, even at low RPM and high gear. You know, accelerates pretty good for a 500. Again, great commuter bike, great learner bike, or beginner bike. For me personally, I've been a little taller. I'd love to see, you know, a little more gap between the seat and the foot pegs. Maybe like a tall seat would help me out, or a flat seat maybe. I don't like the big scoop seats. Just kind of drive me crazy. Other than that, really impressed. Ride's really good, handles good. Again, folks, appreciate y'all watching. If you would, give us a like and subscribe to the channel. We got a lot more stuff coming. And tag along. Thanks. Bye.